Coming up this week on the local game, we head out to an amateur side, Para Hills East, for Club Talk. Venues and Your Menus makes a return. Big results in the local leagues, and Adelaide United Women are having a home final, plus a lot more talk in our local football leagues. That's all coming up tonight on the local game. Hello and welcome to another week of the local game. It is an absolute pleasure to have you back on board. It is a big week in football. Cup round coming up this week, but a lot to review in the week that has just gone. But let's get straight into the show. Let's welcome in. I'm Johnny Keko. This is Alessio Carrocci.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for welcoming me. It's good to be back again. Getting to the nitty-gritty part of the season. A lot of clubs picking up points, and now let's see how far they can go in their cup runs. Yeah, and there's been some cracker goals as well throughout the week. I've really enjoyed watching them. A lot of football action to get across. We're in round 4 and round 3 for some of the leagues, but it's come around very quickly for yourself. You had your club had the big derby as well. We'll talk about that a bit later on. The Hills Derby. We'd love that. Yeah, it's good. I mean, we've had a couple of derbies early on in the season. That's what you want. That's how you get your fans invested into the teams and the clubs that they with as well. So it's good to see a couple of them, and it's good in the state league as well. Having probably 3 derbies for some of the teams is pretty good. Definitely. So, well, let's head straight into the hot topics. But before we do, actually, big shout out to all our viewers and that have given us some feedback. We really do love the feedback, and it's been amazing. I've been walking around the grounds, and Venues and Their Menus really must have hit a nerve because everyone loved it. Been getting messages from people, come and try the food at Cobra's, go try this here and that, and sending me photos as well. So just because of that, we have brought back Venues and Their Menus for this week again. Maybe a regular one, I don't know, but it's definitely back this week. But a lot to talk about, and also Club Talk last week. How good were LA Uni? They must have a lot of fun down there at that club, especially on the St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I know. It was great to see as well. So much camaraderie in the team, and both their teams doing well. That's what you get. So we love to see. That's why Club Talk is here every week. Well, let's head into the hot topics for this week. 3 big topics to talk about. The first of them, well, congratulations to LA United Women. A big crowd at Cooper Stadium on the weekend. We did speak about the crowd that was there at the doubleheader, but I think a standalone, which ended up being the NPL curtain raiser before, worked very well for them. And 3,305 people in the end. Yeah, well, not just the youth team, but the men's have got such a youthful squad. But you can see with this Adelaide United women's team has evolved over the last few years. They've finally hit their peak now, and they've got a home final, guaranteed finals position as well. And they can even push to see probably get their highest ladder finish as well. So, well, absolutely, it is within reach. 3 more games to go. Not going to be easy to finish off the year, but to already secure our home final now is going to be great because, well, the crowd's there now, 3,300 for their game. So we can see the last few rounds being very exciting for them. And a home final, could we pack out Cooper Stadium? I reckon it'll get pretty close. Yeah, I mean, for sure. A stadium like that is perfect for football at any level, especially for the women's to show they can fill a stadium of that nature, and it's a perfect one to fill as well, I think. And while we're on Cooper Stadium as well, it was great to see Croydon LA United Youth play there. A great day out. Andoni Natiopoulos, who was meant to play in the original fixture, instead of that, he ended up commentating with me. Got a photo of us two commentating together, and he loved it being a part of it. But I think it's a great occasion, and I'm very excited that it is an annual thing now. Hopefully it happens every single year and continues on, because it's a good tradition to have, and it'll be something that players strive to be a part of, and also people outside of it, with media and fans being able to go there, and even the ball kids and the kids walking out with their team. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how good these initiatives are by Football South Australia, promoting. If Adelaide United Youth doesn't have a specific home ground, they can play at the Summit, they can play here, they can play at Playford, they can play at all these different types of places that are good for the local clubs and also good spectacles for the fans. Yeah, the Summit, you mentioned that. That's a very good day out as well. So I think it's happening again this year. Yes, it is, yeah. Yeah, so I can't wait for that a little bit later on. So definitely head out to there. I do love coming down to Mount Barker, and that's a really good occasion to do so. Well, next one, topic number 2. There's some big results, some shockers on the weekend as well across all leagues. Let's talk about the WNPL first of all. West Adelaide, a 3 from 3 now. Their top spot is cemented. A great goal from DeCola. Absolutely incredible. But what a great start from them. Yeah, I mean, they've carried on from where they left off last year. Obviously had the heartbreak in the grand final, but their league season over the past few years has just been so consistent. You expect to see this from them. So to start like this I think everyone's expecting another big year for them.
Yeah, they went down early, but they ended up coming back and making a big name for themselves. 5-1 win, and Vista as well, setting a very good standard. 4 from 4 at the top, and I reckon there's no stopping them. I think plus 22 goals as well for the season.
I mean, maybe some people didn't expect this, especially losing some of their players to WNPL teams, losing their coach, I think, as well in the off-season for the last couple of seasons. So for a team that's been always up there, probably second place in State League Women's for such a long time and just being pipped in that playoff game, I think if they can go all the way and cement top spot, they're going to have a great year to remember.
Absolutely, they will. Well, let's look into the other shock results as well. In the men's side of things, some firsts for some of the teams. It's taken round 4 to get there, but Campbelltown and Beergrad both get their first win, and in style as well. Beergrad are home to Metro Stars, and Campbelltown City get their 3-0 win, and Mark Marino, a hat-trick.
Yeah, I mean, they call him Chibo Marino over there from the way he spends his time there, but the way he spent his time on the pitch on Friday night was just unbelievable. Class personified from the number 9, and it goes to show an interesting record that I found of them in my notes was that they're actually a year plus unbeaten away from home now.
Oh, wow.
So that's 14 games in a row away from home that they've won or drawn without losing since the 2nd of March 2024. So I think they've just got an unbelievable record there. Kept another clean sheet against Modbury, which is something James Boffer mentioned to me as well. The last couple ends of the year, they've had so many clean sheets, and especially against Modbury, they beat him both legs last year. They beat him in the home and away season last year. Yep. So they just carried on that form, and that's what a way to start your season. Yeah, absolutely. And talking about starting your season, some big names in for Burkella, but they've also 4 from 4 but in draws. How can they do it? They can't seem to find the win. Yeah, well, we talk about first. I don't know how many times you can see a team start their season with 4 draws in a row. A lot of them quite high scoring as well. So it's good start from them to show they can really contest the other teams in that league. But I think sooner or later they really got to put one past someone and prove that they can actually get over the line as well. I certainly think they can, but we'll see if that doesn't happen anytime soon. And before we move on to the final topic is Adelaide City. We'll talk about the results a bit later on, but Adelaide City, though, they had a very good last-minute drama in their game. We thought Playfield were going to knock them out, and then they came back, and then 2 minutes, they score a couple. Ramsey Park, it's just an entertainment venue. Every time I've seen a game there, every time I've witnessed 9 goals last time they were there as well. The final series last year, the final series in the last few years, there's just always goals there, always drama, and even Christos Penendez, his first goal of the season, and appearing in a longer manner in that game as well. They just create so much drama. What a great introduction to them in the NPL season, and we're going to see hopefully a bit more of them as they have Campbelltown in the Cup this week. Yes, absolutely. That's going to be exciting. Both coming off some big games, so can't wait to see how that goes. Well, anyway, let's move into topic number 3, which is the Melbourne City coach, Michael Petrucciani, a former Campbelltown City man himself. Coached them last year. Now he's coaching Melbourne City Women. They have reached a really cool milestone as well. They are into the semi-finals of the Women's Asian Champions League. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the first edition of this tournament this year as well, and it just goes to show how quick the transition was from him being an NPL coach over the last couple of seasons straight into a W League team, Women's A League team, and how successful it's been. They're undefeated in the league still. Yep. And this is the first time they had an Asian Champions League game on Australian soil. Kept that run going and might create some history. Well, absolutely. I think they had a 3-0 win over, I think it was Blue Whale, a Taiwanese team. So, yeah, looking forward. Keep an eye on that one because it's South Australian coach. I know in the A-League Women, we don't want him to beat Adelaide United, especially in the final series coming up. But in this tournament, we can be a little bit biased and support him in that instance because he's a South Australian and, yeah, it'll be good to see him do well. Anyway, let's move into Club Talk. It's been talked about in South Australia. Well, we had some great hosts so far, but this one is the Cup this weekend. So we love a good Cup set. We love a good Club Talk. So let's combine them together and welcome in an amateur side this week. It is the Parrot Hills East. They've taken the mic. We want to see some characters from the amateurs. So let's have a listen to Club Talk from this week.
Hey guys, it's the Map Man here from the East. Thank you for joining us on this lovely evening. First of all, I'd like to shout out Dan DeTroyer, but for now we'll go to the captain Jet and ask him some questions.
All right, good.
Good, thank you.
How's your day today?
Yeah, very good. So firstly I want to ask, did you have outside play today or inside?
I was on an excursion today.
Excursion, where'd you go?
With some exchange students. I went to Gorge Wildlife Park.
Wilco, our trainer, I know you're concentrating and you hate doing this stuff, but how you feeling this year? Don't talk to me. Reckon you could eat more donuts or strap more ankles in an hour?
Eat more donuts.
Eat more donuts. Mickey Oliver, he's trying to run away. You're the only bloke in the team that irons their jocks and socks. What's your routine?
Well, I get up early, get the socks. Well, the missus gets the socks out, get the iron ready to go, and you don't have a bad game when you iron them, do you?
All right, over here. Our long-serving player, Keegan, goalkeeper. He doesn't like talking, but tell us a bit about, let's say, how the East have travelled since you first come here.
Since I first came here, we were mid-table Div 2. Been promoted, been relegated, been promoted, mid-table. Now we're at the top end, and hopefully we're going to take the title for once.
Beautiful. Dave Kate is trying to run away. This is another Dave. I'm Dave. He's Dave.
Better Dave.
I kind of play first team.
Yeah, that's
What's your
true,
thoughts on that?
Oh, I'm happy to cruise in twos, mate. All good. Here we go.
Another teacher in the group. Our youth is probably not looking too well with you teaching them, but
It'll be a good future.
what did you do? Did you have inside or outside play or excursion today?
It was outside play. It was actually parent-teacher interviews this week, so massive week on the track.
Feed animals?
I actually held a koala today for the first
Held a
time.
koala?
Held a koala.
Jeez.
It was quite heavy, but I enjoyed it, and the Japanese exchange students loved it. And again, it was a nice break out the class.
You've been to Japan a couple of
Been
times,
to
yeah?
Japan a couple of times.
Here
Love
better
it.
or over there? We got football here.
We got football
We got
here.
the East here, yeah?
Yeah, I love
We got
the East.
6-0
We
wins
love
and
the
stuff
East.
like that here.
Yeah, I'm keen for
Yeah,
Friday, mate.
exactly.
I'm keen for Friday.
All right, Team Morale guy, super fat Frankie Lampard. What's your thoughts going into the game this week?
No, it'll be a good challenge. I think it'll be good for some of these players that have played state league before and state league 2 come up against an NPL team. But yeah, I think it'll be a good challenge. We're the underdogs and we've got nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Beautiful. Now, are you more excited for this week or the Ashes?
This week.
Ashes for mine. Westlake specialist with the new wheels. Show us.
New Ashes.
All right. Now I've been told that you have to tell a joke.
I got nothing, mate.
Nah, you've got to give
I've
something.
got nothing.
You got a joke for us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
You got any dumb questions that you want me to answer?
When are you back from injury?
Not this week, brother's wedding.
Oh, so you're missing
Actually,
the NPL
I'm
game.
missing this weekend. We got Nugget here. Am I more like Diego Maradona or George Best?
I reckon I'd go probably Maradona.
Third favourite holiday behind
Favourite holiday?
third behind Daisy and Zach.
Oh,
Now, am
that's
I-
a big call.
Am I your favourite player or
Not now.
who would be then?
Oh, that's a big call. Probably me.
But you're not even playing.
Yeah, I know. I'm still the best.
Office, please. Now you're the second person to sit down with me and talk. That's because I don't want to make you look small on camera.
Serious, David.
Not really. Wakeboarding or kneeboarding?
Wakeboarding for sure.
But you can't do that either.
No, you're right. I can't.
Dale, won the grand final at cricket, mate. How was the weekend?
Pretty large. Your brother led the way.
Should we get a skin folds test out or?
No,
No,
but
you.
You're doing all
Not
right.
me.
We won. Double.
How'd you go
With the
individually?
How did I go
Because
individually?
you're a better cricketer than coach, to be honest. But
Thanks for that.
it's just for the camera.
How did I go individually? 22 runs, and that's it. 22
Nice.
not out.
Thank you.
Won the final.
Do you have a joke?
Nah.
One you give the kids at school.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because.
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose this week. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Matt Man is signing off.
Well, Club Talk, once again, the Para Hills East, they had a great cup set against South Adelaide. Last year, they almost knocked out Beergrad and also knocked out West Orange Bacala. Can Comets be the next victim?
Well, I'm going to be there on Friday night. I'm really excited for their game as well. And from what I've seen in the past couple of cup games they've had, and I think there was a roaming reporter in the change rooms in one of their games before.
Oh, really?
So I know what drama they can cause in the change rooms and how fun they are as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing them in person.
Yeah, it should be a fun game and fun night as well. And they do absolutely love the cup. So they're going to bring it to Comets, and good food down at Comets as well. So actually, talking about food, Venues and the Menus is back up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk about that very, very soon. It is the local game. We'll be back on the other side. Entering the State League 2 is Salisbury Inter, who are ready for the new challenge.
Yeah, personally means a lot. I've had 4 generations play at this club, starting with my nono, my dad, uncles, cousins, nephews, my son.
It's deemed as an Italian club. That's a bit fictitious. They called it Salisbury Internationale because that's what it was. It was full of internationals from all walks of life, and it continues to be that.
It's massive for me, means a lot. Obviously with the new system, with the State League 2, there's a lot to play for. It's all to play for, really.
I think it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously the new State League 2 system got the North and South, and I think the final series is definitely something that we want to be a part of and want to be involved in.
The hospitality, we're looking forward to having them. We always welcome them. We actually love it. The internal side of things in there is amazing with the food and the hospitality, but it will also be like the old days as well. The rivalries, while the game's on, will be second to none.
Well, Salisbury Inter, a brand new team into the State League 2 from the amateurs, so good to have them in the leagues now. You won't play against them just yet because they're in the North Division compared to your South.
Yeah, we did play them in pre-season though, and it was a great venue. I've never been out there. Grass looks great, the facilities are good, and the club rooms are nice and big as well.
Yeah, and their schnitzels on a Thursday night are to die for. I did eat it in the off season. Great. Also, I was there for the Templin Cup last week as well. So they hosted Templin Cup, and I've got to say, for the players, they put on a smorgasbord. I think there was a whole bowl of pasta, noodles, and rice. And then also, I think 5 different containers of different sauces and curries to go with it. So you could pick whatever you wanted, depending on what you felt like. So, and everyone from both teams had eaten at that point, and there was still a lot more left. So they look after their players very well. Talking about the food there as well, it's time to bring in this segment. Yes, Venues and their Menus. It took off last week. It's had raving reviews, and we had to bring it back once again. But let's actually talk about that team, Salisbury Inter, once again. Let's take a look at their menu. I took a photo of it, and I absolutely love what they have on the title as well. They have called it Into Your Mouth, which is, I absolutely love. I love a good pun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for you. It's good for everyone that wants to try and support them as well. It gets a real eye-catching menu as well. Something more surprising than your casual chips and gravy and a hot dog. It's a bit different. It's got some different type of fillings as well, so it's good to see different options.
Yeah, they've got heaps of burgers, and I love the names as well they use. They've got the Kick, the Texan, the Mini, and also they've got a couple of different items that you can also get with hot food as well. And schnitzels, $16 schnitzels. That's to die for. And with the gravy, oh, so good. Well, let's take a look at another menu. This is another venue with their menu. This is your, you've played at this ground as well, Western Strikers. The catering's done by Fredden, which is a great local panini place. They have also taken over the menu now there. So this is what they've got on offer. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, it was around one fixture between us and them on a Friday night. They obviously had their juniors training, so it was a great crowd as well. And the lineups was well into the second half when they were still trying to hand out some food, but they had pizza squares, they had paninis, they had a lot of different options, which is, again, way more different than your usual clubs what they offer. And with a lot of Italian backing as well, it's good to see some paninis and pizza on show.
A meatball panino, oh, that sounds so good. I can't wait to get down there. Arancinis as well. Arancinis in football, it's, I reckon, hand in hand, that's great. I can't wait to head down to a Western Strikers match. And a quick shout out to a couple of things we got sent out as well. Someone loved it that much. They sent a photo. They were down at Cobra's and got a small plate of meat. Thank you, Paul, for sending that through. But also a shout out to them as well. Someone said they have octopus at Cobra's. So I can't wait to head down and try octopus. Have you ever had octopus on barbecue before?
I'm not sure. I've definitely had it in pastas and stuff like that, but I don't think I've had it in a barbecue, no.
Yep, and the barbecue down at Comets as well. I've been getting a lot of comments about being there too much lately, but it's very local to me now. I've been commentating there a bit, so it's worked out well. But a shout out to them for giving me this chicken roll. It was absolutely nice and juicy chicken. Love a good chicken, and also A shout out to Andoni, who had sushi at Cooper Stadium on the weekend. There's a shot of his sushi rolls there. Looks actually not too bad for Cooper Stadium sushi.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, a lot of the venues around are just getting more and more options for different people, different dietary requirements. So it's good to see a bit of diversity.
Yeah, I'm actually going to try them next time I'm there because they look really good. So anyway, let's head to a short break. On the other side, we're going to talk about the results from the weekend. That is the venues and their menus. Actually, before we do though, you obviously play football, so do you have any? Are you guys allowed to eat some of the food that's offered afterwards? Because I hear some people have a bit of restrictions on what they can eat.
Yeah, I mean, at my level, I think you're hopefully supporting a club by eating their food, buying drinks at their bar as well. So yeah, we're allowed to eat anything. I'm sure when the coaches see you go up for a second plate, they might say, "Hey, what's going on? You only played 15 minutes today." But otherwise, no, it's good for the volunteers, and they always give you leftovers as well, even. So.
Yeah, they do. I love it, and I'm not even a player, and sometimes they look after us, which is very, very lucky of me. That not happens everywhere, and it's good to see, and it's good to have the food that we can eat as well. I love the kebabs, I love the chips, I love the pasta. Anyway, let's go to a break. Maybe get some pasta on the halftime break now. We'll see you on the other side. Don't go anywhere. It is the local game.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Welcome back to the local game. It is almost time to wrap things up, but before we do, we got results to talk about. A lot of results happened on the weekend, and boy oh boy, what a weekend of football. Let's go straight into the WNPL. First of all, Adelaide Comets played at home in a double-header against Adelaide City Women. A 2-2 draw in the end of it, but Comets haven't had the best start to the season, but they haven't had a bad start either. They've had 2 draws and a win to kick off season 2025.
Yeah, so they've been very entertaining, especially at home, the amount of goals that go in, and obviously a bit that they concede as well. But a team like Adelaide City as well, a lot of people expect them to maybe be back up where they should be after last season. So to see such a hotly contested game between those two is, I guess, only good things going forward for both coaches. Comets obviously staying undefeated, it can't be a bad thing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And the team they beat in round 1 was Flinders, which a few of them, as we all know, have come from Flinders last year. There's about 3 or 4 players from Flinders, as well as the coaching staff as well. So, they would have loved to have won that one, but they would have loved to win against Adelaide City on the weekend as well. A big game there, and a little bit unlucky not to get the winner. But Adelaide City, though, they're definitely fighting back after a win against Berks in round 2 and that loss against Uni. So, yeah, we're loving the WNPL kicking off round 3 this season so far, but round 4 in the WSL, and in that one, Sturt having a great season as well. 3 from 4, only lost against Vista, who have won all 4 this year. So they're looking to be the next best team as well.
Yeah, perennial powerhouse in the State League. Women's Sturt are, even if they're behind Mulberry Vista Women, who did beat them about pretty convincingly 5-0, they can still beat the other teams in the league 4-0. So they're definitely still going to contest, even if it's not for the top spot. It might be for that promotion playoff where we know they can contest with some WNPL teams.
Yeah, well, 4-0 win over Grove is a pretty big win for them. Grove will be a little bit disappointed with that after winning the preseason cup. So hopefully they can turn things around soon. But we'll see how all that goes. Let's look at the NPL for the weekend as well. The results here, some big ones as we did mention on earlier. But let's talk about Modbury Jets, wrong league. The Modbury Jets. They had a 3-0 loss to Campbelltown City. You were at that game. What did you make of it? Because Campbelltown definitely had a disappointing start to the season. They conceded 10 goals in the opening few rounds, but they managed to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably not the game with the best quality in all the way both teams played. It was a lot of high pressure, a lot of back and forth, end to end counter attacks. But I said at the end of it, some of the players, it was just individual brilliance. That was the difference. Modbury Jets missing their talisman, Hamish McCabe. Campbelltown have theirs in Mark Marino, and he just was a difference maker on the day.
Yeah, and let's also big shout out to the old Dowdy brothers who have both come off long injuries. So to see them back playing again for Jets is a fantastic sign, and hopefully a good season for the both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jordan O'Doherty come on. I think it was in the second half. He had the armband actually for the remaining end, and he was dictating everything for them. So he came on, and I think it was the base of the midfield. We're usually seeing him on the wing, but the way he can move that team around is a good signs for them. And if he can stay fit, then they're going to have a star man in their lineup.
Absolutely, he's a good player and makes good coffee as well. Had a coffee from him in the city, so yeah, I love it. There's a lot of baristas in our leagues, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a few. A couple of them had shops, a couple of them own shops, stuff like that. So yeah, not short on caffeine in this league.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love caffeine. I used to be a barista myself, so I know I love good coffee. Anyway, let's move into State League 1 as well. Some good action there. Sturt are 4 from 4 at the moment, so a good start from them, and a 2-0 win on the weekend.
Yeah, against Pontian, they started well. It's definitely a tough place to go. We know that. We've seen some of the results they can do in last year in State League 2, this year in State League 1 against Fulham at the start. But Sturt Lions, it looks like they mastered how that pitch plays, and they have the right players for the right occasions. Last week it was some people off the bench and Sakani. This week it's Nathan Munro who comes into the starting lineup after some great performances off the bench. He actually got 2 in the opening 2 rounds off the bench as well. So the diminutive attacker, Sortini, soaring through the air with that header. He's getting edged closer to that 50th goal, and yeah, it was a great little header from him.
Yes, he's got a new nickname I heard as well.
Yeah, I did call him Sortini. I sent him a message as well. Getting a bit higher than some of those defenders in his size.
Like that. Yeah, Sortini. That's good. You hang around me too much now, haven't you?
Yeah.
I like that. And also, there's someone else sore in that team as well, scoring a goal. Munro was a bit sore.
Yeah, Nathan Munro. He did get a goal in that game as well. I think it came off his face. He didn't know much about it, but it ended up in the back of the net, and it was a great hit. But yeah, he'd be sore in the morning.
Yes, absolutely. Would be sore in the morning. I love those puns. Stick around me more often, mate. I'm enjoying it. Anyway, let's move into the State League 2 North and South. Those results are up on your screen as we speak. The derby in the South. We love a good Hills derby, and the Hawks, they would love that as well, getting their first win of the season.
Yeah, all props to them. Obviously, I'm on the opposing side, but they won the 18s, won the reserves, won the first team, all without conceding a goal as well. So really goes to show that Hawks Nest is a real powerhouse, even though it is in the 3rd division now. It's still a tough place to go, a tough place for people to get results out of.
Yeah, it is. Especially in the winter, it's going to be even tougher for a lot of teams. You would obviously know, being in Mount Barker, so it is cold up there.
Yeah, we're obviously playing 3 times this year, so they got the first out of 3 out the way. We're going to have to play them at home and then away way later in the season. So I think by then a lot of people are going to have their metal studs out, and it's going to be a bit of a slip slide.
Yes, absolutely. And also in the north as well, the Vista, Modbury Vista, 3 from 3. So good luck to them. They're doing very well. Obviously their women's side 4 from 4. Now the men are in 3 from 3 in State League 2 North.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, last year we saw how successful Campbelltown women's and men's were at the same time, doing so well in their respective leagues. And this year we're seeing in the State League 1 and in State League 2 North, Modbury Vista men's and women's and Sturt men's and women's. They're doing so well together. So it's great to see teams providing such a good competition between offering
on both sides of the defence, with the girls and the men. So the men and the women. So it's great to see, and I'm loving it. Could you imagine, like with Campbelltown City, winning the league on both sides? Just, you can't celebrate a year better than that.
Especially with the club rooms they have there as well at Modbury Vista and Sturt. They really need to start filling those trophy cabinets, and what better way to do it, 2 at a time.
Yes, absolutely. Well, anyway, that was an exciting weekend of football for sure. This weekend is the Cup rounds. The WNPL WSL Cup kicks off this week. Also, the Australia Cup next stages are through. The NPL clubs are now all in. So, yes, can't wait for that. Head out to games this weekend. Anyway, let's head into Press for Time. Antonis Pagonis, what have you got for us?
Quick one this week, Johnny, and it's just a big congratulations to Adelaide United's Yaya Dukuli, who after winning Man of the Match against Qatar with Australia's under-23s, has also been voted as the player of the tournament in the Doha International under-23 tournament. And massive congratulations from all of us on the show.
Well, Antonis Pagonis, once again, an absolute legend of the game. He was repping a great t-shirt on the weekend. That's right, the local game t-shirt at Cooper Stadium. So you can easily spot him with that vest. You can't miss that guy, can you?
No, you can't. If it's not for his voice, it's for what he wears. So it's good to see him out and about.
Yes, and he's also taking photos. He's doing everything around the ground. So anyway, say hello to him if you see him. But anyway, thank you again, Alessio. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Hopefully.
I won't see you here next week, but I'll see you around next week.
Yeah, probably might be on the same games watching on the weekend as well. But yeah, hopefully everyone gets out to the Cup and keep supporting the league.
Yes, have a great one. Thank you, Alessio. Thank you to you guys Thanks for the support. It's been amazing and we've really appreciated it. It's all for you guys that we do this show every single week. Have a great weekend. Head out to football. Head out to the WNPL and WSL Cup and also the Australia Cup Qualifiers. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. See you later.
Ciao. See you later.